Hey y'all, welcome to Wellness Wednesdays. It's Kate Dorsey. This is my third time getting on here. So let me look to bring Brittany on here. I'm super excited to be bringing y'all Brittany Cotton. We are going to be talking about confidence and the power of believing in yourself. And I'm really, really excited. And let's see what's happening now. I'm stuck in something and I'm stuck in something else. Phones or Bumble, which is funny because I don't. Oh, there you are. Yay. Hey, Chris. Oh my God. So awesome to see you. Brittany, are you watching from your phone or from your computer? Because you've got to be on your phone for me to be able to invite you. So again, welcome to Wellness Wednesdays. I do this live every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern. Sorry about the other time zones. I don't actually know. Oh my God, Heather, hello. So good to see you. So I'll be talking to you today about confidence, about the power of believing in yourself, about how to really access that. Okay, cool. So Brittany's going to be joining me. She is from Be Radical. So we are super excited to be here together. She's actually going to go get on her phone because Facebook Lives only allow you to invite people off of your phone. I learned that the hard way with a 20-minute delay and a reschedule. So exciting. It's the importance of rolling with things. So anyway, I think confidence is incredibly important. It's really, really key in terms of going after the things that you want. In order to go after the things that you want, you really need to believe in yourself and believe in your capacities and your powers. I can literally hear my roommates right now shouting down the hallway. It's hysterical. I don't think that they know that I'm on a Facebook Live right now. But actually I think they do because I told them to get out of the kitchen. So usually I come to you guys live from the outside, but it is, I don't know if you can see, do you see these rain dots? Hell has frozen over. It's raining in San Diego. All right, cool, Brittany. Hey, Rosemary, so good to see you. Let's see. I'm going to look at bringing you on. Brittany, okay. Typing, bear with me, guys. Technology loves to challenge me in so many ways. Okay. Oh, yeah, here's the invite button. Cool. All right. So Brittany will be joining us very, very soon. Anyway, so believing in yourself is key to getting the results that you want in life. It is fundamental to really experiencing confidence. Brittany, did you get the invite? I thought I sent it, but it doesn't show adding you, which is weird. Add. Yay! I hit the wrong button. So sorry. It's always exciting with me. So, Wellness Wednesdays, again, every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Super excited. Oh my God, yay!
We did it!
Oh, it's so exciting. I swear, technology and I, never.
I'm the same way.
Right? I'm consistently failing at it, which is funny because you'd think I'd learn from it, but whatever. Either way, super excited to connect with you. Could you tell the audience a little bit about yourself so that they know who we're really talking to, what we're going to cover?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Brittany Cotton. Technically I'm an ontological coach, really big word. And what that means is that I work with people to ensure that their being is aligned with who they want to be on the planet.
Oh, I love
so we
that.
get super clear on coaching them about who they want to be in the world, what their being is, how it's impacting what they're doing. And I specifically work with women who are amazing, who are up to some big stuff in life, but their thoughts aren't always
good
interacting with them the way that they want them to be.
Right.
So I work with people to ensure that their thinking is conducive to the future that they want to have.
I love that.
And it's some fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why is it called ontological? Just curiously.
So sorry, I'm holding the phone, so I might be a little jagged here. It is called ontological because ontology is the study of being. So really the nature of being, who we're out in the world. And the best way to really think about this is all of us are human doers, right? We go out and we do something. So if you think about two people painting a house, they're going to have totally different experiences based on who they are being about it. Are they bringing their stuff from last night? Are they bringing the past in? Are they bringing anger, sadness, frustration versus somebody who's bringing joy, commitment, connection, relationship. Like that actually is going to change the way the painting goes on the house.
Yeah.
So that's what we're looking at.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I love that you just made that distinguisher, whatever. So I really think that it's really, really important for people to recognize and understand that there's a difference between doing and being. And so often we place our value in the things that we do instead of recognizing that we are just valuable simply because we exist, simply because we are. And so it's really interesting, that shift that you're talking about, like when you are in a state of joy, it's your attitude, it's your approach, it's everything across the board is so different than when it's doing. So a lot of people function off of a task list. It's like item, all the things that they're going to do, and they forget, who are you being at each and every moment? Are you bringing joy to the email that you're writing, to the nursing care that you're providing? And so I love that that like the work that you do really highlights that importance of being. You know, and that is like really, that's the place from which to create. That's the place from which we experience total flow. Like earlier this morning, I was doing a meditation and I like literally felt like I went back to almost, this is going to sound so out there probably for a lot of folks, but I literally felt like I went back like into the womb. I know that sounds really weird, but my point in sharing that was I was so tapped into being, into just that pure state. And I want you guys to know that like y'all can get there. I like to use meditation to get there, but it was just this, I was almost cradled and it was just such an amazing experience. I digress because really we're going to talk about believing in yourself, but that can help. So I would love to talk about how we can be in this world, how we can experience confidence in this world where you feel like people are kind of like struggling with that, falling short with that, so that we can really give them some tools to use to get back into that, to tap into that. Clearly, I use meditation to tap into being a lot, and that's a really great one, but I'd love to hear some from you.
Yeah, I think the place to start is, I think we have a disempowering relationship with the lists because they tend to be the things that aren't done yet, the things we want fixed, or ways to point out how we're not good enough. And if we actually built lists around our highest commitment, what are the things we actually want to have in our lives? And what if we built everything in our lists from that place? So something I do with my clients is I have them write, what are your top commitments? And if you, weeks from now, see something, add it. And then let's actually generate from that place versus, oh, I need to get the laundry done, I need to get this done, Because if we are looking at who, or like what our highest commitments are, then we actually get a chance to pause and see who we have to be to create that. Because look, we know we can get the dishes done and the laundry done by being as annoyed or frustrated as we are all the time, but we might not actually get to write that book or get on SNL or fall in love if we're just being the doers we're always doing.
Right. So
I like people get really like, what are your highest commitments and what are your default commitments? But let's actually start making choices and decisions from the highest commitment. And a lot of people are actually kind of afraid to put those down because we don't walk around saying to the person in line at Trader Joe's, oh, I'm going to be the next person on SNL, or I'm going to be the next president. But by not doing that, we're actually not giving ourselves the opportunity to step into our greatest power. So I think it's really important. What are your highest commitments?
Yeah. I love that. I think that's really great. Anita, I'm sorry the volume isn't working for you. Brittany, I don't know if you're having any volume issues. Mine seems to be working and I can hear you plenty fine. I love what you're sharing there because I think that like we get lost in our to-do list and we forget what's really important to us and we don't recognize the power of our choice. And like something that I really teach is that your words are really, really powerful. So what are you saying to yourself each and every day? Because it actually matters. So you're either supporting into belief systems that don't work for you, or you're speaking into the things that you want and desire. It doesn't really matter whether or not it's showed up yet. Your brain can't technically distinguish that. But if you're walking around saying, I love doing this, I love grocery shopping, I love that I can go to a store and get everything with ease. Like when you're doing that, when you're saying those things, you're programming your mind to be in a state of joy, of bliss, of gratitude and appreciation. And there's so much power there. And also, like, let's just talk about how lucky we are that, like, we don't have to grow our own food to eat. Would I like to? Totally. But I also live in, like, a 3-story building where I don't have access to a front yard, like to a yard, so that's not happening. But you get my point. So I love what you're talking about, like operating inside of the commitment. What is your highest commitment? And like, there's nothing, like at the end of the day, bottom line, nothing is more important than your word and then your integrity. And so it's really, really important to operate within that and to bring that to everything that you do.
Yeah, and I love that you said that, because sometimes we get disempowered or we get taken out by not being fully integrity with everything that we're doing. So, whether it's I have my job, I have my partner, I have my writing project, all the things, but if we don't show up fully to each one every day, we kind of beat ourselves up about it.
Right.
So the thing I like to invite people to do is every morning, check in with your list of highest commitments and do one thing that day that's going to move one of them forward. If you get to do 2, if you get to do 5, great. But actually, let's take a step back and know, what if every day you did one thing that was going to move your dreams forward?
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it makes such a huge difference. And it's so funny because when we have a list, we can half-ass most of it, right? Like we can really like not show up. And like if you're unhappy in your relationship and you focus on that and then you're half-assing when you're together, like what I mean by that is you're not really present. You're not really paying attention to her or him. Like you're kind of like checked out, you're on your phone. It's on you. It is on you to shift it. And you can shift it by saying, okay, so this is my top priority today. This is my commitment today. I want to feel connected. Well, if you want to feel connected, you need to be connected. Put your freaking phone up. Be there.
Yeah.
Listen. Stop thinking about the 500 things you're going to say. Like you're 3 steps ahead of them and they're like telling you something. Just hear them. Focus on that. It makes a huge difference.
Yeah, and what I would add to that is that inside of our commitments, it actually reminds us that we are the one, that it's not going to be somebody else who's going to get us somewhere. So if we are fully responsible for our experience on this planet and what we're creating, we're going to be in a whole lot of different conversations with ourselves. And it's going to go a lot different when our spouse isn't doing the thing we want them to do or whatever, because we actually get to stop and pause and say, what do I need to do to actually create the situation that I want? What's missing? Who am I being about it? It actually allows us to own that we are the ones for ourselves. And there's a huge power in that. It's a little scary, right? But there's massive power because then we actually get to choose how it goes.
Yeah, and I love that you're saying that because it's not a blame game. It's not pointing the finger, and it's not about saying, well, it's obviously all my fault and like going into a victim mindset or mentality about it and then throwing your hands up in the air or criticizing yourself and beating yourself up, as you pointed out earlier. It really becomes this place of true empowerment where it's, well, what can I do in this moment to transform the experience that I'm having? And I think that's so incredibly powerful. Hey, Terrellyn, good to see you. Had a fun Facebook Live with you. So yeah, for sure. I really, really love that. And so if we're looking at our beliefs and confidence and how to really start to live in alignment, because most of us love that, right? Like who doesn't love when things are just showing up? When you're like, I love when this happens, Brittany. I don't know about you, but when I'm like, oh, I really want this. And then like opportunities just come flowing in. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's so funny. Or like I notice I'll be talking about a movie I haven't seen in years or a book that I like remember reading. And then all of a sudden the next person on the plane next to me is reading that book. It's just those moments are,
they're amazing. They're like my favorite. And the truth is, the more you can be and just be, the more flow you actually experience. So I'd love to talk about like how we could help folks shift into that a little bit more. Like what's a tool, what's a step they can take to start to really be more in alignment. And to me, a lot of it always comes back to who are you being in every moment and like the power of your choice. And you can either buy into all the things you've been telling yourself for your entire life, or you can buy into what's actually the truth.
Absolutely. I think one of the tools I love most is like future vision, like actually really taking the time to sit down and write who do you want to be or what do you want to create, and then work backwards. So if it's December 5th, 2018, but by November 1st, 2019, I want my book to be finished. Let's get super clear on what am I going to feel that day? What's going to be present to me? What are the accomplishments that I'm going to have made? And then work backwards. Okay, so in that case, well, who am I going to have to be every day or every week to show up to create this? What am I going to have to give up? Because that's actually usually the hardest part, right? Because that's the stuff we don't want to give up. That's the stuff that's going to get in the way.
Maybe you don't have time to binge watch Netflix anymore, but actually isn't living life worth it? So,
Right. It's really getting in touch with, look, if this is what I want to do, what do I have to create and who do I have to be to make it happen? And I think that we skip all that. It's like, I want to be this thing. Oh, but there's this and I don't have money and I don't have time, by actually, instead of sitting down and being like, if this is what I want, what do I need to be responsible for to get on the path to make it happen? And sometimes that just looks like I actually need a bubble bath today because I'm nuts, right? Or I'm having, I can't think of what to put down in the book. And sometimes it's, no, I need to sit at my desk for 5 hours and make it happen. But whatever it is, like, own it. Get really, really clear on what the thing is, because if you don't own it, nobody else is going to own it for you.
Yeah, so I love what you just shared right there. I think that it's super fantastic to think about, what is this thing that I want to create? When do I want to create it by? And then what is it, not only do I need to like do, but who am I going to need to be in every moment to do that? And I love that you also talked about building in breaks. I think one of the most important things, especially as a creative, is understanding that you need breaks. So like when I'm coming up with content, when I'm coming up with new ideas, when I'm coming up with a group program, or I'm coming up with a new idea, so like I'm planning retreats, things like that, like I have to take breaks. You can't just like drive yourself into the ground. That's how you get like adrenal fatigue. But it's like, you need to build in space. You know, you need to just go chill and take the bubble bath.
Yeah.
Go for the walk, which I'm obviously not doing because it's raining in San Diego. I don't know what's happening.
It's crazy raining today in San Diego.
I know. It's insane. I'm like, I am so happy I brought back my red rain boots from Southeast. So.
The thing that I'm present to with you saying that is if you ever stopped and watched a little kid, you know that they're fully living in their essence. They're not living from their defense mechanisms or how it went last year or how it went yesterday. They're just in the moment living. And what are the things that children actually get to partake in? Recess, naps, snack time. Like, that's not science that they're actually living inside of their essence, and there's structures there to have them continue to live inside their essence, because who knows what happens to a toddler when they don't take the nap. They go crazy.
I know.
So, hey, for us to live inside of our essence and greatness, we got to take the nap too.
Yeah, I love that. And it's so funny, talk about flow. I was on my way to bar class this morning, and I was walking by the school that's like around the corner from my house, and there were these kids outside playing. And these two little girls were chasing each other, and one of them had this like really silly look on her face. And it was just, she was so in the moment of it. And I thought, that is the most refreshing thing. Like, what a beautiful way to start my day, because it was like such a solid reminder of like, we get to play. Like, even right now, this is a version of play. This is fun. We get to connect. We get to hash out things that both of us really obviously firmly believe in, and we get to help others by spreading that message. And it's just so powerful. So I love that you were able to join today and to share so much of your wisdom and knowledge. And Brittany, if people really connect with you, because I'm going to post this in a few places. So if they do connect with you, if they're interested in working with you and getting to know you, where should they go to find out more info?
Yeah, so my website is www.beradicalcoaching.com. I'm also on Facebook as Brittany Cotton. And I also have a blog where I write a little less about coaching, a little more about just being out in the world as a woman and sharing my experiences. And that's just BrittanyCotton.com. And yeah, if you hear something and you want to know more, or you want to practice, or you want to just continue the conversation, love hearing from people, and let's spread this.
Yeah, definitely. So you guys, I really hope that y'all benefited from today. There is so much power in just being, and just getting present, in operating inside of your top commitments, and really showing up for yourself. Like, show up for yourself, even if that's your bubble bathing like you've never bubble bathed before. It's really about being here, being present, and not thinking like 25 steps ahead. Let go of those freaking to-do lists, people. Like, Don't let them drive you. Choose one thing. I love
Right.
that. All right. Thank you so much, Brittany. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Of
Hope
course.
everyone has a beautiful rest of their Wednesday. I'll see you guys next week for Wellness Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So much love. Bye, y'all.
All right. Thanks for having me, Kate.
Bye, Brittany.